Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on in Hollywood, but I swear these people are wildin'. We thought Offset cheating on Cardi B and getting someone else pregnant was wild enough, but it's even worse than we thought because Cardi just went ballistic on him and exposing him and Quavo for allegedly hooking up with the same woman at the same time. What? But wait, there's definitely more. Cardi just confirmed these suspicions that the Migos broke up because of Saweetie. And she claimed that Offset and Quavo allegedly hooked up with Saweetie at the same time. Before things went left, please get a seat for this because Cardi is ready to take it all the way there with Offset, and she is determined to humiliate him as much as he has been humiliating her. So it turns out that Cardi B is not as chill as we thought after Offset got exposed for knocking someone up when Cardi is also rumored to be pregnant as well. Now at first she seemed to be super chill about it, and honestly that wasn't surprising because it's not the first time that Offset has cheated on her. So we kinda thought that she had already gotten used to being cheated on. But as it turns out, even though she is willing to forgive cheating, getting someone else knocked up is a whole new ball game that she is not prepared for, especially since the streets are now saying that Pre didn't really get the termination and might still be pregnant with Offset's baby. Offset having a baby on her just might be the last straw for Cardi, which explains why she was chill when she assumed that Pre got the termination and only started flipping out when it was rumored that Pre might still be pregnant. I mean, at first she told us to mind our beeswax and bragged about how rich she was and how she had more money than the rest of us brokies.
Harder in the industry and in every genre, harder than a female rapper. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have to have the best verses. You gotta have the best verses, and not only that, you gotta kill the charts. And then on top of that, your personal life gotta be perfect, or then the op is gonna use that against you. Oh, your husband, shut up. I made more money than all the niggas.
However, she quickly switched up when she found out that not only was Pre still allegedly pregnant, but that Offset's family had allegedly been helping him hide the affair from Cardi. This explains why she went off on Offset's mom a couple of days ago when she tried to show love to Culture. Cardi posted a picture of Culture reading and Offset's mom reposted it saying, "Go Culture." This made Cardi mad and she wrote, "I grew up poor, but with so much love for my mom and dad's side of the family, I will not accept nothing less from my children. I will not accept fake love from my kids. My family is enough." But she didn't stop there because she then went on live to read Offset's mom for Phil.
"I will not accept fake love for my kids. Don't post my kids with that fake love shit. Don't try me because I'm being really nice right now. If people don't want to understand what I'm telling them in private, I'm going to make it publicly, and I'm going to light up a match in this. You want to take advantage of my kindness? You want to manipulate and you want to gaslight me? I'm not going to do that with my children. There's a warning." So I told people to stop playing with me, but y'all, you want to keep playing with me. It's so annoying when, I think because I'm ghetto or because I'm emotional, people they like to gaslight me and they think that they can manipulate my brain. But little do you know, I'm very understandable. And when I have it to hear, that's when I'll go on live. Because if you don't if you think that you're gonna gaslight me with your bullshit, that's when I'm gonna go public so you can understand me a little bit better. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable, but what you're not going to do is try to act like I need to be accountable, especially when it comes to my kids. I did not grow up like a dog, okay? I grew up with a very huge family, mom and dad, and every part of my family, every aunt, every uncles, every grandparent. So I will not accept nothing less for my kids. So what you're not going to do is manipulate me when I put my guards up for my kids. You don't gotta like me, but you're gonna respect my kids. And if you're not gonna love my kids properly, don't up for them, or don't speak on them. I could say my baby father, he's a great dad. I'll give it to him. But anybody else, don't play with my kids. Now, I'm being nice. I'm being nice until people stop talking to me like I'm easy to manipulate or easy to gaslight, and take accountability. Every fucking time that I feel like I'm getting gaslighted or manipulated, I'm going to come in on here and show you. If you don't understand in private, then I'm gonna make you understand publicly. Okay? I'm nice when I want to be nice, but when I have it up to here, everybody that knows me knows my Libra moon. And I don't give a who's hurt. I don't give a who's mad. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to protect myself and my children. Mine. And no, I don't want to come here. This is not for publicity or nothing like that. It's just sometimes people think because I'm ghetto, they think they can manipulate me privately. And it's like, all right, you don't want to understand where I'm coming from, so I'm going to make you understand it publicly, because that's the only shake ya shit. So I'm going to shake your shit.
Y'all, Cardi was so mad about it, but then again, who wouldn't? As it turns out, Offset's mom isn't the only family member that she's on the outs with, because she's also had issues with Offset's dad and his sister as well, and it's not hard to see why. When Offset cheated on her after she gave birth to Culture, his dad defended him on Facebook and shamed her for being mad at Offset instead of being an understanding wife. He wrote, "My son is not innocent, as he has done his share of dirt, but the whole scenario is a never-ending drama session. It's tick for tack, mudslinging, situation fueled by jealousy, envy, insecurities, psychological issues, etc. Like most young adults, he doesn't always do what he's advised to do, but we are talking about a 25-year-old with an unlimited supply of money, women chasing him, people at his disposal, etc. Couple that with a hot-headed female that thrives off of social media attention and is on the same financial level as above him, and it's a recipe for disaster. Not Cardi getting dragged by Offset's daddy, and her getting dragged after being cheated on is wild. But that's not all, because Offset's sister Hefe also shaded her when she retweeted this post that said, "Women really be wanting you to be rich and not cheat. Just irrational." And she commented, "They really are. Just a man." Y'all, this entire family is a hot mess, and according to sources, they keep defending him because he's rich and funds their lifestyle. Now, like I said, Cardi was content to take the disrespect, but the moment she found out that they helped him hide his side chick's pregnancy, all bets were off, and she understandably felt super betrayed over this, which is why she is now airing out his private business. And if he goes lower, Cardi is going to go even the lower. And she proved that when she allegedly leaked a naughty tape of Offset and his fellow Migos member Quavo. According to her, Offset and Quavo allegedly used to partake in threesomes with women together, including allegedly Pre. Now, before people start screaming in, let me stop you. I know that Offset and Quavo have always claimed that they're cousins, but you know they play cousins, because they're not blood cousins at all. Y'all know how you grow up in the hood and just refer to them as cousins just because you knew them forever? And it was kind of complicated to explain how you knew each other? Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. So last year, Offset clarified that Quavo and Takeoff are not related to him by blood. According to an interviewer, he was classmates with Quavo, the third member of the Migos, and began hanging out with him and Takeoff when Offset was in the 6th grade. While Quavo was Takeoff's uncle, the two were just 3 years apart in age. And although Offset is often referred to as Quavo's cousin, they are actually not biologically related. So even though it was weird that they had relations with the same woman, it wasn't technically incest. So when Offset was getting dragged for getting Pre pregnant, a video leaked on social media of Quavo and Pre getting it on. Y'all, this was a crazy old nasty mess, but allegedly it goes deeper than that, because allegedly this is the sort of thing that broke up the Migos in the first place. For a long time, Offset and Quavo refused to speak on the drama surrounding the breakup. Everyone believed that the drama was Offset versus Quavo and Takeoff. God rest his soul, but the real drama was between Offset and Quavo, and Takeoff was just caught in the middle. I mean, Offset and Cardi unfollowed Quavo on social media after they fell out, and Quavo unfollowed them right back. However, Takeoff still followed Offset and Cardi, which tells us that he really didn't have no beef with them. Now, some interviews Quavo and Takeoff did before Takeoff passed confirmed that the real beef was between Quavo and Offset, and Takeoff really didn't take a side.
So we just stand on loyalty, you know what I mean? We stand on real deal loyalty. And you know, sometimes that shit ain't displayed. And this ain't got nothing to do with no label, no paperwork, no QC, no nothing. It just got something to do with the three brothers. And shit, that is what it is. Right now we gonna be the duo till time tell.
But in comparison, this is what Takeoff had to say about the situation.
Well, you know, we always family now. Ain't nothing gonna change, so.
Now, obviously, he was gonna have Quavo's back because that's his blood, but we could kind of tell that he wasn't exactly a part of the drama and that he wanted to be cool with Offset. At first, people thought that the group broke up because Offset was trying to leave the label Quality Control or because of money. But like Quavo clarified, it wasn't about the label or money, but because Offset wasn't loyal to him. According to sources, this was because he found out that Offset and Saweetie had allegedly been having a little something going on behind his back and without his permission. Now, we first found out about Offset's alleged affair with Saweetie when Cardi was going back and forth in the argument with blogger Sleaze Mirage. Mirage dropped a bombshell about Offset and Saweetie, saying, "Offset slept with Saweetie. Do you really want to discuss husbands?" This immediately sent the internet into a frenzy, and people immediately believed Sleazy Mirage because Offset has been exposed for cheating on Cardi multiple times, so it wasn't exactly out of character for him. Well, Cardi denied the rumors, saying, "No, baby, you lying. You making crazy lies, starting stuff and putting female rappers in it with no receipts. No blogger spoke on this." However, it wasn't long after this that Offset announced that he was leaving Migos. Even though he claimed that he was leaving because of disagreements with the label, people didn't buy this excuse, and they were suspicious that the real reason he wanted to leave was that he fell out with the rest of the Migos over the drama that came with him sleeping with Quavo's ex, Saweetie. Y'all, Quavo also hinted at this in his song with Takeoff titled Messy, where he said, "BF my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing, not at all. You wanted the gang, you should have said it, we would have blessed it. You should have just said it." And just in case it wasn't clear who he was talking about Saweetie. He also recreated their infamous elevator fight in the video. Then Cardi didn't directly address the drama, but she was allegedly to have made some moves behind the scenes, allegedly getting Saweetie blackballed. Now, we all know that Cardi loves nothing more than to attack the women that Offset cheats with, like the time she got Offset's side chick Jade and her sister beat up because Offset had an affair with Jade, or the time she got into an argument with Cuban Doll on Twitter because she and her friend had a thing with Offset. Well, Saweetie was not an exception to this rule because, according to sources, Cardi allegedly decided to punish her by coming for Saweetie's bag and trying to get her blackballed in Hollywood. While this may sound weird and far-fetched, it actually isn't. I mean, do you all remember the collab that was supposed to happen between Saweetie and rapper Glorilla? Saweetie was set to appear on the remix of Glorilla's hit song F&F, along with other rappers like Lotto and JT of the City Girls. Well, Saweetie had already written her verse for the song and had even recorded it, which means that the deal was already done, signed, and all the bases had been covered, and the only thing left was the music video. But for some reason, Saweetie was suddenly dropped from the song without any explanation. And this is weird because it had already been confirmed that she was going to be on the song, and she had already recorded the verse. It was even weirder that she was the only one dropped from the song, and as far as we know, there was no bad blood between her and Glorilla. While we were all trying to figure out what exactly was going on, Glorilla announced that Cardi B was going to be hopping on her song tomorrow too, and it suddenly made made sense why Saweetie was the only one dropped from the FNF remix. The timing was interesting to say the least, because just when Saweetie got dropped, Cardi hopped on a song with Glorilla. Well, fans immediately put 2 and 2 together and definitely got 4. And one fan wrote, so the reason Saweetie was removed from FNF Remix is because she slept with Offset, and Cardi knew that, so she basically blackballed her and wouldn't collab with Glorilla unless Saweetie's verse was scrapped. Who's stopping Bags now? And another fan said, so that's why Cardi made Glorilla take Saweetie off FNF, and in return, she gave Glorilla a free feature. Well, Cardi definitely threw shade on Twitter, accusing Offset and Quavo of sleeping around, saying, they be going for anything, but I can't go for none of that. Well, Quavo caught his sub, and when he and Takeoff went on Drink Champs, they picked Nicki Minaj over Cardi B.
Not me, y'all. This is mad. I'm taking a shot. I'm
gonna say Nicki.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say the same thing though. That's crazy.
So you said Nicki?
Yeah.
So being that y'all agree, that's a shot. They gotta take a shot.
Now, first off, Nori know he was messy for that question. Knowing the history between Nicki and Cardi, it was clear that Takeoff didn't want to answer the question and had his reservations, but Quavo didn't even bat an eye and went straight for the kill. Plus, at the time, Quavo and Cardi were not on good terms, so there was no way that he would have picked Cardi. I mean, even if he really does prefer Cardi, he still would have picked Nicki just to be petty. There's no other way he could have gone. Not saying that I blame Drink Champs for him being messy, cause that's what they do. And that's definitely what Nori's known for. They drink and talk, and a lot of the time it gets messy. But messy in an entertaining way, if you know what I mean. Also, I find it interesting that Quavo is all up on Nicki Minaj and picking her over Cardi when everyone knows that he and Nicki don't even like each other. Nicki has been on the outs with the Migos since they collaborated on the song Motorsport, and it became a whole lot of drama. The song led to Nicki's falling out with Cardi B and was the start to their beef. It also strained her relationship with the Migos because she claimed they, especially Quavo, let the media spread false narratives about her without stepping in to set the record straight. They just stood by and let her get dragged without saying anything, and she has not been cool with them since. I mean, it was only a few years ago that Quavo dissed Nicki in his song Huncho Dreams, where he said, she said I hurt her feelings 52 times. Call up Queen Nicki, the queen can't flex on a young bull. Pulling on your whip across the room when I pipe that sass. Nicki, Nicki, do you love me? Please, why you crying? Why? So yeah, he basically wrote a song about how he and Nicki did the nasty and how she probably hung up on him. Of course, Nicki didn't like this, and it just made things worse between them. This is another reason why I think that Quavo was just being petty with his reply because of his current situation with Cardi. He was just trying to get under her skin, and from the look of things, he achieved that because Cardi reacted on her Instagram story saying, stand on it. She also retweeted this post from a fan that said, you might get clout you was chasing today, but you gonna be back lame tomorrow. But Quavo was not the only one shading Cardi, because Saweetie, the threesome partner, allegedly, also shaded Cardi on a couple of occasions. For example, when some Getty image pictures of Cardi at the Vanity Fair Oscars party went viral, a lot of people felt like she didn't look good in the pictures. There were so many comments talking about how she doesn't look the same as the pictures she posted on Instagram, and how she photoshopped her pictures and stuff like that. Then it got worse when Nicki Minaj tweeted, clock that tea. And people felt like she was throwing shade at Cardi since she tweeted that when Cardi was getting dragged. Then she also shaded Cardi again, saying, Photoshop them bars. But then Saweetie stepped into the drama and threw some mega shade at Cardi also. No, scratch that. She didn't just throw some shade, but she threw the entire forest at Cardi when she posted these Getty images and captioned them, she don't need no edits. Talk about being shady. Well, Saweetie definitely knew what she was doing when she posted those pictures, because posting those when Cardi was getting dragged and then adding the caption about edits and Photoshop, yeah, she definitely knew what she was doing when she hit send. Well, people got Saweetie's message loud and clear, and they made comments like, effing on somebody's husband and clowning them with your beauty is insane. Head barb for real. And She cleared Cardi, for real. Well, Cardi got that shade and tweeted, "I'm not as mean as I could be, and I want people to be more grateful for that." Y'all, Offset always has Cardi out here fighting for her life on social media, and it explains why she is finally ready to spill the tea once and for all. Now, remember how I said that Quavo allegedly got mad because Offset and Saweetie got involved without his permission? Well, it turns out that he and Offset allegedly used to engage in three-way intercourse with Saweetie, if you know what I mean. Allegedly, the three of them used to get very freaky with one another when Saweetie and Quavo were a thing. This explains Quavo's line in the song Messy, where he said, "BF my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the gang, you should have said it and we would have blessed it." Now, for a long time, we have wondered what he meant by Saweetie wanting the gang and how they would have blessed it, but it looks like the answers were right there before our eyes for the longest time. But we really didn't put two and two together then. But according to an insider, when he and Saweetie had their messy breakup, Offset allegedly assured them that he was going to be loyal to him and stop whatever he had going on with Saweetie. But he didn't do that. Instead, he continued getting freaky with her behind Quavo's back, like he said. And when Quavo found out, he reportedly blew the whole thing wide open, which is why he and Cardi fell off, because she felt betrayed by him and Saweetie, as she should, because the whole thing is messy and disrespectful. Well, fans have been commenting, saying stuff like, "I haven't prayed in a minute, but I suddenly have the intense desire to fall to my knees and beg God to shield Cardi." What a tragic situation to unfold at such a vulnerable moment. Walk away whilst you still have your dignity, baby. Offset only loves the idea of having you. Hold on, so she F Offset after having dated Quavo? Wow, they keeping it in the family for real. And at this point, we gotta kidnap Offset, and the ransom should be divorce papers from Cardi, cause he keeps embarrassing us. Y'all, this situation is a crazy hot mess. But I gotta know what you feel about this drama. Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out this next video.